sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
Okay, so get this. We're diving into some pretty wild claims today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a MAGA influencer is saying he has a 5-month-old baby with Elon Musk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy, right? And our main source for this deep dive is an article for The Independent.
Okay.
Let me tell you, this article is a wild ride.
Sounds like it.
So are you ready to unpack this with me?
Absolutely. What I find really fascinating about this story is that we're not just talking about Tesla or SpaceX,
Right.
We're actually getting a look into the personal life of one of the world's most influential figures.
Definitely.
It's not about rockets this time. It's about family secrets and the potential consequences.
Exactly. And the influencer, Ashley St. Clair, she's only 26.
Okay.
And she's alleging that she and Musk have this secret child.
Uh-huh.
What I find really interesting is that she's saying she's only coming forward now.
Yeah.
Because she's worried about tabloids exposing the story.
Sure.
And she wants to protect her child's privacy.
Well, I can understand her concern about the tabloids, given Musk's level of fame. But what I find curious is that she hasn't actually offered any public proof that this child even exists.
Yeah, that is interesting.
Kind of makes you wonder what her strategy is.
Yeah, and then we have Musk's side of things. He hasn't addressed St. Clair's claim directly at all.
Mm-hmm.
But get this.
Yeah.
Right after her announcement, he posts all these loving photos of his twins.
Oh, wow.
With Siobhan Zilis.
Oh, right, the Neuralink executive.
Exactly. Neuralink is one of Musk's companies.
Right, focused on those brain-computer interfaces.
Yeah, super futuristic stuff.
Yeah.
And Zilis, she's a key figure in the company, and apparently they had twins together back in 2021.
You have to wonder if that post about the twins was a calculated move.
Right.
Like, is he deflecting attention from St. Clair's claim?
Yeah.
Or was it just a coincidence?
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely adds another layer to this whole story.
Totally, and it doesn't even stop there.
Oh.
So someone on social media accused St. Clair of trying to ensnare Musk.
Oh, God.
And he replied with, whoa.
Whoa, I know, right?
How do you even interpret that?
I know, it's so cryptic. Is he being dismissive? Is he joking?
Right.
Or is this some carefully crafted PR move?
Yeah.
It's just one word, but it says so much about how careful he's being.
It really does. It's like he's playing chess while everyone else is playing checkers. It's like he's acknowledging the situation without actually acknowledging it.
Yeah.
So what do you think, does any of this give any weight to St. Clair's claim?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Right.
I think we have to be careful about jumping to conclusions.
Yeah.
It's easy to get caught up in speculation, but without concrete evidence, we're just left with a lot of what-ifs.
Okay, so while we're all trying to figure out Musk's cryptic messages, St. Clair's rep throws in another curveball.
Really?
Yeah, they're saying that St. Clair and Musk are working on a private agreement regarding their child.
Mm-hmm.
But, and here's the kicker, they blame a tabloid reporter
for
making it impossible to finalize this agreement confidentially.
So that suggests there could be some behind-the-scenes negotiations happening.
Right.
Potential lawyers and stuff like that trying to manage this situation and keep it away from the public.
Exactly. And to add to all of that, St. Clair is saying that she expects Musk to acknowledge his role as a father.
That makes you wonder what her end game is here.
Totally.
Is this about financial support?
Yeah.
Public recognition? Or something else entirely?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Her motivations are definitely up for debate.
For sure.
Is she genuinely seeking recognition for her child?
Yeah.
Or is there some other agenda going on here?
Right.
It's a tangled web, it really is.
Yeah.
It's hard to see the full picture right now.
Okay, so let's rewind a bit and focus on St. Clair's story.
Okay.
In an interview with the New York Post, she claims that Musk slid into her DMs on X.
Right, formerly known as Twitter.
Exactly, back in May of 2023.
Okay.
She also says that they first met in San Francisco when she was 24.
That timeline is actually crucial.
Oh, yeah.
Because if the baby is 5 months old, then conception would have had to have been around June 2023.
Oh, okay.
So it lines up, but again, we're missing that concrete evidence.
Right. Of course, we have to be skeptical about all of this until more information surfaces. But let's be honest, this has messy situation written all over it.
It certainly does. But remember, this alleged child, if it even exists, would just be one piece of a much larger puzzle, which is Elon Musk's already massive family.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a story in itself.
Oh, you're telling me Musk already has 12 children from 3 different mothers.
Yeah.
We've got Justine Wilson, his first wife. Then Grimes, the musician.
Right.
And now Siobhan Zilis, the Neuralink executive.
Like a modern-day Brady Bunch, but with a lot more money.
So much more money.
A lot more complexity, too, I
Oh,
think.
yeah, for sure.
The dynamics within that family are fascinating.
Yeah.
And it brings up some important questions about privacy, public image, and the challenges of raising kids in the digital age.
It really does. It's like a real-life soap opera or something.
It is. It's a lot to keep track of, for sure.
Yeah, so let's start with his first wife, Justine Wilson.
Okay.
They had their first child, Nevada Alexander Musk, back in 2002.
Right.
But they tragically lost him to SIDS when he was only 10 weeks old.
Yeah, it's just heartbreaking to even think about.
It really is. To lose a child so young.
Yeah.
Unimaginable.
Absolutely is a loss no parent should ever have to experience.
Definitely not.
After that, they had twins, Griffin and Vivian, in 2004.
Okay.
Followed by triplets.
Oh, wow.
Kai, Saxon, and Damien in 2006.
Twins and then triplets. Talk about a full house.
Yeah.
Didn't one of the twins transition, though?
Yes, Vivian, one of the twins, now identifies as female.
Okay.
She's also distanced herself from Musk.
Oh, wow.
And she uses her mother's last name.
That's got to add another layer of complexity to their relationship.
For sure.
Yeah, it just goes to show that family relationships, especially in the public eye, can be so tough to navigate.
Absolutely. And it's a reminder that even with all the money and all the fame, personal relationships can be incredibly difficult.
Yeah, everyone deals with them in their own way.
Exactly.
Okay, so then there's Grimes, the musician.
Right.
She and Musk have 3 kids together.
They do.
They have 2 sons, X born in 2020.
Okay.
And Techno Mechanicus, who was born in 2022.
Uh-huh.
And a daughter named Exa Dark Cedarall, born in 2021.
Those names are definitely something else.
They really are. They definitely have a unique approach to naming their kids.
To say the least.
Remember when Grimes was upset about their son X being in the Oval Office?
Oh, yeah.
With Musk during that press event?
I do.
She felt like their children's privacy was being compromised.
Right. She was not happy about that public exposure.
Yeah, it's interesting because on the one hand, you have Musk, who is this larger-than-life figure.
Right.
But on the other hand, he's still trying to protect his family's privacy.
It has to be incredibly hard, given how public his life is.
Yeah, it really does highlight that constant push and pull between public and private life, especially for someone like Musk.
Yeah, he wants to control the narrative, but it's not always possible.
Right.
Especially when you're talking about family.
So then where does Siobhan Zelis fit into all of this?
Right.
We know she's the mother of his twins.
Yeah.
But we didn't even know about them until months after they were born.
That's right. Zelis and Musk had twins, Strider and Azure, back in 2021.
Okay.
But the public didn't find out until much later.
Which really shows how much he wants to keep parts of his life private.
Definitely.
It's almost like he's trying to have it both ways, being this public figure, but also keeping his personal life secret.
It's a tough balance, especially with the media and social media always watching.
It really is.
And speaking of his personal life, we can't forget about his very public stance on procreation.
Oh, yeah, right.
You remember that statement he made about the need to create the next generation of humans or spiraled into oblivion?
Oh, yeah, that was something else.
It was quite the statement.
It was bold. I'll give him that.
It really was. On the one hand,
Yeah.
he's talking about this serious concern with declining birth rates
Right.
in certain parts of the world and what that means for the future.
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
it kind of feels like he's oversimplifying a complex issue.
Yeah, for sure.
There are so many factors that contribute to birth rates.
Exactly.
It's not as easy as just saying, we need more babies.
Exactly. And this brings us back to Ashley St. Clair.
Right.
If her claim is true, it adds another layer of irony to his stance on procreation.
It definitely does.
Here's a man advocating for more children.
Yeah,
But he's allegedly fathered a child outside of a relationship, potentially leading to legal issues and a PR nightmare.
It makes you wonder how his personal choices line up with what he says publicly.
It really does. Is he practicing what he preaches, or is there a disconnect there?
It's a question only he can answer.
Yeah.
But it brings up this bigger societal question about being a responsible parent.
Right.
It's one thing to have a big family.
Yeah.
But making sure all of those children are well cared for and their privacy is protected,
right,
that's a whole different challenge.
Especially when you're in the spotlight like Elon Musk is.
Exactly. Every move he makes, every relationship he has, it's all under a microscope.
So what do you make of all of this? I mean, does his personal life, with all the drama, change how we see his work?
Yeah.
Does it make us question him, or is it totally separate for his vision?
That is a tough question.
It is.
I think for some people, it might make them see him differently.
Right.
Maybe as hypocritical or irresponsible.
Yeah.
But for others, it might not matter at all.
Right.
They might just focus on his accomplishments and his impact.
Yeah, I think there's truth to both perspectives.
I do, too. It's hard to completely separate someone's personal life from their public life, especially with someone as high profile as Musk.
Totally. What stand out to you the most about all of this?
I think for me it's that contrast.
Oh, yeah.
Between his public persona as this visionary leader and his very human struggles with family and relationships.
Right.
It reminds us that even the most brilliant and successful people aren't immune to the complexities of life.
I agree. It humanizes him in a way we don't always see.
Yeah.
He's just a person trying to figure things out like everyone else.
Said.
And it reminds us that things are never as simple as they seem.
They really aren't. There are always more layers to this story.
Especially when it comes to someone as complex as Elon Musk.
Absolutely.
Okay, so before we wrap up this deep dive into Elon Musk, his family, and this whole headline-grabbing story, let's shift gears a bit and look at the bigger picture here. It's got me thinking about how obsessed we are with these, like, really famous people.
Yeah, it is fascinating.
Why are we so interested in the lives of people like Musk?
Right.
Like, are we just waiting for them to mess up to show that they're just normal people?
Yeah.
Or is it something else?
I think it's natural for us to want to understand what makes people tick.
Yeah.
Especially people who've accomplished so much.
Right.
We want to know their secrets, their weaknesses, their struggles.
And with Musk and this whole thing with his 13th kid, it really shows us a side of him we haven't seen before.
For sure.
I mean, he's not just some tech genius.
Right.
He's a person with relationships and problems just like us.
Yeah, it's a good reminder that even the people who seem to have it all, they still deal with the same stuff we all do.
For sure.
Family, relationships, responsibility.
Yeah.
It's all universal.
Okay, so where do we go from here? What's next for Musking St. Clair? Will he say anything about the baby? Will they go to court?
Who knows? Only time they tell.
It's definitely not over yet.
Nope.
What do you think this says about privacy and family in the digital age?
It brings up some big questions about the lines between public and private life. I mean, when everything can be shared online, how do you protect yourself and your family?
Exactly.
It's something we all have to deal with.
It is, and it's not just for celebrities like Musk.
Right. It's all of us.
Yeah. How much do we share?
Exactly.
How much do we keep private? And how do we even do that when information spreads so fast?
It's a balancing act, for sure.
It is.
There's no easy answer.
Right.
But this story is kind of a warning.
Oh, yeah.
About how powerful information is and how important it is to be careful about what we share.
Okay, so as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with one last thought.
Okay.
This whole story with Musk and St. Clair, it's just one part of a much bigger conversation.
It is. It's about family, privacy, the struggles of being human in today's world.
And it's a conversation worth having.
Absolutely.
We need to understand ourselves and each other better and realize that everyone, even the most famous people, deal with the same things we all do.
Well said.
So think about the stories behind the headlines.
Right.
The people behind the masks.
Yep.
And remember, there's always more to the story than you see on the surface.
I agree.
Thanks for joining me on this deep dive.
It was fun. Until next time.
Till 2016-67.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.